do this. So hello everyone. Welcome to the launch of the Visible Wiki Women campaign today, the 6th of November 2025. Thank you for joining the call. I'm glad you could join us at the peak of time. I'm glad you can join us here. So I'm dropping a quick reminder that this friendly policy, we usually preach about it every time. So it encourages mutual respect for everyone in the space. Our diversity strengthens our unity and coexistence. So welcome again. Kindly note that the session that is being recorded and will be made available for educational and reference purposes. My name is Hayrat Abdurrahman, and I'll be glad to meet you all in the chat. Kindly introduce yourself in the chat, and we'll acknowledge your attendance of this meeting. So thank you once again for joining. It's the Visible Wiki Women campaign powered by the Africa Wiki Women in collaboration with WhoseKnowledge Initiative. Our overall goal is to increase the visibility of African women on Wikimedia platforms. So if you have any questions as we proceed, please drop it in the chat. We'll be glad to address it as we proceed. But first of all, let me just quickly introduce why we're here in a few words. The main objective of this particular campaign is to create and also improve Wikidata items for women whose photos are already on Wikimedia Commons under the category of the Visible Wiki Women group. So it's a category, like a special database for an event or a significant group. That is the Visible Wiki Women. It started as an event, and so any photos used in this event will be saved in that category. So that's why they called it category. We'll hear more from our trainer today. But before we dive in, I'd like us to engage in this just few interesting icebreaker session. I'd like Marachi to please drop the link in the chat. Let's engage, let's unwind, let's try to have fun with these few questions with the icebreaker. Kindly click the link as she drops it in the chat, and it will take you to the Mentimeter page. You should still be able to hear me once you're there. But when we are done, you'll be able to return to Zoom. It's just a few questions, to give us an insight on why we are here. And after the icebreaker, we'll usher in our trainer. Then my co-facilitator will show us around the meta page and declare the official launch of the campaign. So yeah, the link is in the chat. You can please click that link. Let's engage. Let's have some fun. Let's unwind before we dive in. Can you see the link in the chat? Am I audible? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. And the link is in the chat.
Okay. Have we started yet? Hmm. Can you all see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Oh God, I don't know how to do this really. So people have started sharing. I think this is the first slide. Second. So the first slide says, before today, what did you think Wikimedia Commons was about? We have just five people in the on the Mentimeter. That's not so encouraging. We should probably have waited for more people to join. We have 6 people and one person has not attempted the question.
Please, can you resend the link again?
Please kindly resend the link in the
Going
chat.
back.
More people want to participate.
All right, so I will share the link, the response link with us again, please.
Okay. That's honest. I love the honesty. But really, if you don't know, you can just accept and say you don't know. So our trainer will enlighten us, of course. That's why we are here. We're here to learn. We're here to find out what this is about and learn more about the Wikimedia platforms, the activities and the events and everything. Our activities, our contributions would go a long way. So we're here to learn. If you don't know much about it, you can just click the I don't know option. So before today, what did you think Wikimedia Commons was about? That's the question. We have just 7 people. More people can please attempt. The link is in the chat. Just try to engage, have some fun. We have about 10 questions or thereabout. We may not finish the questions, but let's just see how much we know about wiki stuff. Okay. Wikimedia Commons. 5 people has gone for just for photos and media files. Okay. 2 people went for a repository of data. All right. And one person says, I don't know. Thank you for the honesty. And we'll find out. We'll find out more. So we have 10 people in on the Mentimeter already. And we'll appreciate more response so we can move forward. We don't want to waste much time. So we can actually go to the next slide now. And so the correct answer here is C. The answer is just for photos and media files. So if you picked a repository of data is actually the Wikidata. Wikidata is the repository of data. It is structured and everything. You'll find out more. But Wikimedia Commons is just for photos and media files. So the next, why do you think documenting people, culture, or places on Wikimedia matters? Why do you think this matters? Is it to keep proper records and preserve our history? Is it to keep proper records and is it to showcase our culture to the world? Or is it is best to do it ourselves or all of the above? Okay, interesting. So you have more people who went for all of the above. If you picked all of the above, you're right. And if you picked any of the other options, you're also right, because we have to document our culture, our people, places, and everything about our African history. We have to do it ourselves. We have to put it on record and preserve our history. And we have to, showcase it to the world. Because on Wikipedia and on wiki platforms, that's where the world can actually see what we truly are, how we truly are, and they can, interact with us through that platform. That's the only platform where you can find comprehensive information about our history, our culture, and places, and everything about African history without bias, without extra, and with comprehensive and credible references. So I give it to Wikimedia platforms. Thank you for answering these questions. You're all correct. Next question says, how would you feel knowing your contribution helps someone in another country learn about Africa? I personally would feel, fulfilled, excited. Any more words? Impactful. Very good. Great. Yeah, fulfilled is the word. More, please. Motivated. Very good. I'll feel great. I'll feel the impactful. I'll feel excited. I'll feel fulfilled. I'll feel motivated. In fact, that explains, yes, it would be pleasing to. Yeah. Thank you for dropping all of these. So that's why we need to engage. That's why we need more hands on a community level to do this. We can do this together. So yeah, next slide. The next slide says, what kind of photo would not be allowed on Wikimedia Commons? What kind of photo would not be allowed on Wikimedia Commons? Is it photos without copyright permission? Is it all photos are accepted, or is it that you would like to find out? We may not know it. Just say, yeah, you'd like to find out. All photos are accepted. No. Photos without copyright permission. Yeah, these photos are not allowed on Wikimedia Commons. And trust me, you'll find out it's quite easy to, come across pictures, photos that you can use on Wikimedia platforms. Our trainer will explain all of these as well. So it's fine if you don't know and you'd like to find out, which you will in the course of this training. Thank you for attempting this. Next, if Wikidata were a person, what kind of job would they have? It's a word cloud, so you can put anything. Wikidata, if Wikidata were a person, what kind of job do you think they would have? Okay. Data analyst, data keeping, data analysis, data science, a teacher. Beautiful. I've not seen a librarian, an archivist, a research assistant. Beautiful. It's, I can say storyteller. That would be Wikipedia. Yeah, so everything about data. You've tried. I'll give it to you. Yeah, these are dictatorship. Excuse me. Wikidata is not a dictator. But anyway, that's how you see Wikidata, so it's fine. That's through your lens. Without wasting much of our time, let's go to the next slide. Okay, we have more Dictionary. Teacher, data analyst, data archive, data analysis, research assistant, data sciences, librarian, dictatorship. This is funny, really. Okay, let's go to the next slide, please. Can you guess what kind of information Wikidata stores? Is it a well-drafted article about someone? Is it everything about an item or information about only humans? Can you guess what kind of information Wikidata stores? What's an item? Your options are there. Is it a well-drafted article about someone, Wikidata, or is it an information about only humans, or is it everything about an item? We have just 5 participants answering this. We have 12 people on the call. Okay. If you're indecisive, you can just go for anyone, and whatever your mind tells you. Yeah, someone says information about only humans. Okay, so I think we're good to go here. Everything about an item is correct. If you said the information about only humans, that's not very correct because you can find information about everything. Could be events, it could be places, it could be things, it could be happenings, anything at all is on Wikidata. And don't worry, you'll find out as well as you grow older in the movement. Next slide says, what photos do you think are missing online about your community or country? This is the last question. So what kind of photos do you think are missing online about your community or country? I think this is quite technical. Okay, no problem. If you don't have an idea, let's just move ahead because of time. So thank you for participating in this Mentimeter. I hope you're able to unwind and have some fun. Okay, someone has commented, says individuals. Individuals, of course. Maybe you don't know much about Wikimedia Commons. We have a huge amount of data on there. Okay, but that's what you think. It's your lens. It's fine. The road network. That's nice. Good. That's why we have Wiki Voyage. I think that's about Wiki Voyage. Wiki Voyage will tell you about your roads. If you contribute to Wiki Voyage, you can also give contribute more information about your road network in your community, and that will be fine. That's also enriching Wikimedia. Yes. So that should round it off. Thank you very much for contributing to Mentimeter, and I hope you were able to have some fun with that question and answer session. Thank you very much for your participation, and we'll now move on to our next item on the agenda, which is, to just briefly explain our main objective here and welcome our trainer. So the main objective of this particular campaign is to create and also improve Wikidata items for women whose photos are already on Wikimedia Commons under the VisibleWikiWomen category. So we are collaborating with WhoseKnowledge. It's an event that brings pictures whose photos are not connected to their Wikidata items. And so, yeah, we are going to improve that by adding descriptions to those photos and adding them to their Wikidata items as well. So, yeah, I want you to know that these wikis, most wikis share data and they are interconnected. So the pictures you see on Wikipedia articles must first be uploaded on Wiki Commons. So yeah, to now bring us up to speed about everything about Wikimedia Commons is one of our very profound trainers. I call him the father of Wikimedia Commons out of many fathers. You know, we have many fathers of Wikimedia Commons. They are very vast and they know what they are doing in this particular field. So how do we do all of this? Adding and improving description of photos on Wikimedia Commons and even translating to our local languages. So an expert is on standby. Let's usher in our trainer with our favorite emojis. He's the facilitator of Wiki Loves Africa and Wiki in Africa. These are powerful events you should engage in. He's also a Nigerian civil engineer, a language advocate, also an advocate for open and free knowledge. Please let's welcome him with your emoji. His primary contributions is via Igbo Wikipedia, Igala Wikipedia, and he loves contributing to Wikidata as well as Wikimedia Commons. You can read more about him on his user page, actually. So let's make welcome our trainer for today on Wikimedia Commons, Mr. Hilary Onu Ogali. Virtual claps, please. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Arias. And of course, I just believe that so all those many profiles and everything is not for me because I'm feeling like, oh, is this actually me? But then thank you very much. I see so many persons. Yeah, I see Mary. Hello, Mary. Good to have you here. And so many of you that I'm seeing Amarachi, I see Bembetsi, and so many other persons. Thank you very much, African Wiki Women, for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. And yeah, sorry, how many minutes do I have? Let me know how to put my time together. Hello, are you there? Because this week Media Commons, I can just talk from now till tomorrow and I'll not get tired. Okay.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. All right, I didn't get the time, but then I'll just try to run. Okay, can you allow me share my screen so that wow, 15 minutes. That's a lot. Okay, we'll run with that. I'll be sharing my screen and we'll be starting immediately. Yep. So this is here and this is here. Of course. Can you see my screen? Yeah, you should see my screen. So if you can see my screen, you can just react by your, yeah, an emoji. Thank you very much. So good evening, good afternoon, good morning, everyone, depending on where you are joining us from. My name is Ogali Hilary, and out of many uh, feathers in the cap, I will just be wearing the feather of the community lead for the Igbo Wikimedia Commons Hub this evening. Yeah, and I'm also the facilitator of Wikiloves Africa. If you contribute to Wikiloves Africa, you should have interacted with me at one point or the other. Yeah, I've interacted with Mary before and some other persons. So we'll be working on Wikimedia Commons this evening, and our major area of focus is adding captions and description to Wikimedia Commons file. But before then, I see during the icebreaker that some persons say they don't know anything about Wikimedia Commons and they will want to know. So I will just do a brief touch on what Wikimedia Commons is, then before we go to what we have for today. So in case you are new, in case you've not interacted with Wikimedia Commons before, I will try to explain it in a simple term where you will be able to understand without finding it difficult. So Wikimedia Commons is a free online media repository runs that is run by the Wikimedia Foundation out of so many Wikimedia projects like Wikipedia, Wikidata, Wikivoyage, Wiktionary, and the rest. Wikimedia Commons is still part of them, of the Wikimedia project that is run by Wikimedia Foundation, and it hosts freely licensed images, video, audio files, and other media files that you can use, share, and contribute to. So in other words, Wikimedia Commons hosts media files. When we talk about media files, we know what they are. Video, images, which is popularly known as pictures, yeah, audio, sounds, PDF, and other media files, including illustrations that you can use freely, you can share freely, and you can also contribute to. So there are no set of people that are paid somewhere else that are the people that must contribute to Wikimedia Commons. As long as you have a Wikimedia account, you are free to contribute files to Wikimedia Commons as long as you have the copyright license to that file and you are putting them out there for free so that everyone can use them. You can contribute to Wikimedia Commons. In my own words, I say Wikimedia Commons is the media house of all Wikimedia projects because that is where you find 99% of the images, videos, audios, and other media files you use on Wikimedia projects. I say 99% because there was a time that some of these images are being stored on Wikipedia, and we still have some of them on Wikipedia, which some people are moving to Wikimedia Commons every day. So here is a quick overview. The purpose of Wikimedia Commons is to provide a central place for freely licensed media files that can be used across all Wikimedia projects and beyond. So when I talk about beyond, I mean even people that do research projects and all other projects that come to Wikimedia Commons to get some of the file that they use on their project, because all files on Wikimedia Commons can be used freely either on the Wikimedia project or anywhere at all. It is for educational purpose. And the content that is stored on Wikimedia Commons include photos, illustrations, diagrams, sounds, and other open license. All are stored under open license, such as Creative Commons and public domain. And everybody, like I said before, can contribute to it and all of that. This is just like a brief overview. I don't know if you don't know Wikimedia Commons before, this should give you an overview of what we are looking at and where we are. So if you are still with me, you can just give me a thumbs up. Let me continue to what we have for today. Thumbs up if you are still with me. All right. So I'll be moving on. Thank you, Ariat. So I'll be moving on. Um, what do we have on our content today? We have a caption, we have description, we have distinctions between caption and description. Then we have the importance of caption and description. I won't be telling you how to upload files today, yeah, because this is not where we are focusing today. We are working on improving files. So we won't be talking about how to upload files to Wikimedia Commons or other parts of Wikimedia Commons because Commons is very large. So we'll be focusing on caption and description, which is a part of images that we are going to improve today. So let's check what caption is and let's check what description is. So when we talk about captions are short piece of text that appears alongside an image or file. So what caption does is it's just a one-line explanation of what that particular file is all about. So it explains the file in just a simple term. Even if you don't know the file before, what the file looks like. When I mean file, it can be an audio, it can be a video, it can be an image, it can be an audio file, it can be a full PDF. Yeah, we upload PDF to Wikimedia Commons, so it can be a PDF that you don't even know what is inside. But when you check the caption, just a line one explanation, it will give you an idea of what the file is all about. So captions give a quick context without going into details. Yeah, just like I said before, it gives a quick idea without you going into the full context, full detail of that particular file. But with caption on it, you'll be able to know that this is what the file is. Once I see a picture of a man wearing a cap that a is let's say a logo that looks like infinity is on it, and the man is a black man wearing googles, an old man, even without looking at the picture, but with a caption on it. When the caption say Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President of Nigeria, automatically I know that this is who this person is. This is the President of Nigeria, and his name is Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But with that, I've not gotten the full detail of who the person inside the picture is, and who and his other profiles. But then I actually know that the person's name is Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and he is the president of Nigeria. So that is an example of a caption, one line explanation that can give you an idea of what a particular file is. Then yeah, on Commons, captions are multilingual. Yeah, you can add caption in different language: English, Yoruba, Igbo, Swahili, French, Hausa, which other language you speak. As long as the language is um, allowed on Wiki, you can add your caption in different language. So they can be added in different language, making files discoverable by more people. I will go into the other part later. So in a simple term, caption is a one-line explanation of the contents of a file. So for example of a caption, you can say children playing football in Lagos, Nigeria. So once you just see a picture of children playing football in Lagos, Nigeria, you can just, once you add a little caption like this, the person will be able to know that these people are actually playing football. And where are these children from? They're actually from Nigeria. Where in Nigeria? Where was this picture taken? In Lagos, Nigeria, and all of that. So this is what caption is. Then moving on, we'll go to description. Now, description is, I'll say description is a elder brother of caption, because description give detailed explanation of the contents of a file. So you remember me talking about a picture of a black man wearing a cap with glasses, an old man and all. And I say, this is the president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, that was the work of caption, just to give you one line explanation. But description, on the other hand, it will give you detailed explanation of who Bola Ahmed Tinubu is, the things he has done before, the controversies that people have around him, and all of that detailed explanation, his date of birth, and all of that. This is where you can put all these things, where you can put all these things, and also you can actually maybe you make a statement that is a very big statement that people need to read more about. You can actually add a link that links to the other page. You can say, oh, this is Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president of Nigeria. Now, you can link this particular the name to a Wikipedia article or a page that talks about Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that people can read more about him. You can just give a summary about who Bola Ahmed Tinubu is. At this point, now it's not a one-line explanation, but a detailed explanation that can make people know more about him. So this is what we do with description. Description explains what's in the picture, where was the picture taken, when, and why. Yeah, these are some of the things that description explain. I will add another W, which is who. Yeah, who is in the picture and all of that. Then description also help people and editor understand better. It helps them understand what the image is about. It helps them understand what the video, the audio, the PDF, the illustration, the diagram, whichever it is, it makes them understand what it's all about. It is not everybody that sees who is in the picture, what is in the picture, the idea the photographer had before capturing that particular image. It's not everybody that sees them at the first time, but with description, you can get to understand what the image is all about, even without looking at the image much. Then, as you are reading the description, you'll be picking some of the details and you'll be like, oh, this is what this particular part is talking about. Look at it in the image. Description will help you see the creativity of that particular photographer, videographer, or whoever has a file. If you are still with me, can I see a thumbs up so that I will know I'm carrying everybody along? I want us to flow together. Thumbs up. Thank you, Aria. Thank you, Silas. One other person, and we move. No, that is Damilari. Sorry, not Silas. Damilari. Thank you, Damilari. Thank you, Mary. So we are moving on. We'll be checking the distinctions, that is similarities between description and caption. Yeah. So let's see. Oh, I moved too fast. Okay. No, I'm still here. So for example, on Wikimedia, a file, either an image or a video, an audio, or a PDF, whichever it is. You see the first box like this. Yeah. You see a first box like this. This is a caption box. Down at the top of the first box, you always see file information, you see structured data. That is a caption box. And you can see taste of home is an immersive audio story tracing food journey from farm to plate using ambience, foley, and music to capture labor, spirit, and intimacy behind every shared meal. So this particular particular caption is taken from an audio submitted for Wikiloves Africa 2025 Taste of Home that talks about the journey of food from table, so from farm to the table. Yeah. So this is just a caption, and if you go further, there's another box down which is captured in a green rectangle, and that is a description box. What that particular, you can see that description box explains what Taste of Home is in detail, and not just explaining it. The person actually did it originally in English, but someone went and improved it and put the description also in Igbo. So now, Taste of Home is an immersive audio story that follows the journey of food from the table from the farm to the table, using only natural ambience, foley effects, and evocative music. It guides listeners through the waking rhythms of a farm at dawn, the vibrant energy of a bustling market, the rituals of a kitchen, and warmth of a shared meal. Taste of Home captures the labor of the farmers, the spirit of trade, and the intimacy of cooking and gathering. It invites listener to feel the earth's pulse, the life within market, and the tenderness that transforms simple ingredients into nourishment of the heart. So now, if you listen to this particular audio, you may not understand what the audio is all about, because all you'll be hearing is just sounds, ambience, and foley. That is what and evocative music. That is what you'll be hearing inside, just sound effects. You may not understand what the sound is all about. But the moment you start reading the description, getting the detail of what the person is trying to talk about, you begin to feel this connection between you and that particular sound. You'll be feeling the sound. You'll be feeling yourself in the sound and be getting the message. So this is what description helps to do, to help pass the message directly to you without you even struggling too much to get the message. So yeah, so let's check the similarity, the distinctions between caption and description. Like I said before, caption give quick context, just quick context, just like you peep into it, don't have the full detail, but then you are peeping into it to know what it is. And like I said before, a caption is short, plain language. This a plain language summary of what the file shows. So the caption does not need to be very long. It can be um like I said before, children playing football in Lagos, Nigeria. That is a very short caption, very short, plain summary of what that particular image is. Then caption helps the viewers immediately understand the main subject of the image without needing to read a long explanation, which is the description. Without reading the description with caption, you can understand what the main subject of that image or that particular media file is without reading too much. Just a brief, a one-line explanation. You know the context already. This is what this is. This is what this is. So without reading too much, if anybody asks you what is this, you can just tell the person in one line or just a simple language, this is this. But then description, on the other hand, provide detailed background, picking all the necessary information and the important information and giving them to you for you to have the full detail. So the description gives more in-depth information about the file, including when, where, how, why, who is in the file, who created the file, and all of that. You can see everything in description, and it can include cultural, historical, or technical context, and sometimes links to related pages or sources. Yeah, you remember I was talking about you linking pages, sources to description so that anybody that wants to read more can read more and all of that. So you can do that with description, but you can't do that with caption. I don't know if you get. You can do that with description, but with caption, you can't do that because caption does not provide you with the option of hyperlinking a text on the page, but with description you can do that. So description caption normally works with the visual text, while description works with the source. Don't worry, we are going into that, and I'll be showing us that in the practical session where we'll be adding live description to some of these images, and we'll be checking some of the things that we can do to actually combine text together and make a description. So moving on, we'll be checking why the importance of description and caption. Why is caption and description important? So you might be thinking that it's not just an image with a picture. Maybe if it's an image of a person with a picture, you should be able to see the image. Or you can just say, if I don't even know who is in the picture, I can run it through Google Lens, and Google Lens will give me the information. Why going through the route of adding caption and description? So description and caption does not just help us that reads that check the image or use them, but it helps search engines also. So for example, the first one is talking about the improved discoverability and reuse. Yeah, and search engines and Wikimedia's own system use caption and description to index files. Talking about index files, talking about bringing files that are similar together. So for example, if I'm looking for a file that talks about Nigeria, but then I come to Wikimedia Commons to search files that have Nigeria, or no, let's use Madagascar. So if I'm searching for files that are from Madagascar on Wikimedia Commons, I will see different kinds of file, even the ones that their name that you don't see anything Madagascar in the file title. But then what Wikimedia Commons does is when you are searching using search engines to search, they don't just search the file name, they search the description or anything that has text that is similar or related to that particular word that you are searching on it. They search for it and bring it out. So for Wikimedia Commons, once you are searching for a particular file on Wikimedia Commons, immediately you enter the text, Wikimedia Commons will check so many places, and three of the places Wikimedia Commons search is the file title, that is the file name. Wikimedia Commons search the caption, and Wikimedia Commons search the description, including categories. So once Wikimedia Commons search, if we are looking for a file that is related to Madagascar, any file that is from Madagascar that is on Wikimedia Commons that does not have Madagascar in the file name, that does not belong to category that is from Madagascar, that talks about Madagascar, and that does not caption and description that mentions Madagascar, that file will be lost on Wikimedia Commons. You won't be able to see that file amongst the file that Wikimedia Commons will bring out as file from Madagascar. But as long as this particular file has Madagascar in the caption or description, automatically to pop out, because Wikimedia Commons will put it we index the file amongst the file that is from Madagascar. That is number one. Then number two, the clearer and more descriptive these fields are, the easier it is for others to find and correctly use the image in articles, projects, or educational materials. So, like I said before, using search engines and all of that. And some persons will be looking for file that they want to use on a particular project, but they may not be sure of the file that they are looking for. But coming across your file with proper description or proper caption, they will be sure that this is what they are looking for. For example, was walking through a jury at a time, and I saw a particular picture, a combi dancers from the Niger Delta region in Nigeria. I've heard about a combi dancers. I've even seen a monumental picture about a combi dancer from the Niger Delta region in Nigeria. But then I've not seen real life picture of people wearing the Ekombi dance attire and performing a Ekombi dance. So imagine I see that picture of a Ekombi dancer, people wearing a Ekombi dance attire, performing a Ekombi dance. Imagine I see it without a proper title, a proper description or caption. I won't be able to understand that this is a Ekombi dance. So there are some people that are doing research work, looking for images to add to articles, but these images they are looking for, they don't even know what they look like. But with your description and your caption, they will be able to find out, this is the image. Oh, this particular description talks about this. Look at this image. Check the description. It talks about a combi dancer. This is what we are looking for exactly. Even though the title is not showing a combi dancer, or it's just showing people dancing in Nigeria, but it does not tell you this is a combi dancer. You'll be able, from the description and caption, you'll be able to know that this is what you are looking for. Then you pick them, you use them on your article, project, or educational material, or whatever research that you are doing. Then number two, they support accessibility and inclusion. Talking about how caption and description help users with disabilities. Yeah, there are people that don't see. So what they only do is they hear. So they have disability with their sight. So they use screen readers, yeah, to listen to what is showing on their screen. So with proper description and caption, these people also will be able to have access to your file and be able to use them, even though they are not seeing them. They should be able to use them, listen to the description, what the file talks about, and be able to use them properly. Yeah. Then the second one is this make Wikimedia Commons more inclusive and useful to everyone. Yeah, it will not make Wikimedia Commons to be a media repository with millions of files that are vague and ununderstandable. But then when people come to Wikimedia Commons, they'll be able to see files that are clearly explained and described, and they can use them. Yeah, so I think this is the final thing I have here. Yeah, of course, it's the final thing I have here. So I'll be taking questions for 5 to 10 minutes to see if you understand what I said about caption and description. Then we'll move to the practical part where we will be adding caption and description to some of the images for this particular campaign. I think something visible campaign, women visible campaign. Yeah. So
Visible
let's
Wiki
take your
Women
question.
campaign.
Visible Wiki Women campaign. Thank you very much. So let's take your question.
Okay, thank you so much for the insightful presentation. I have a particular challenge with, I know you have highlighted it, but I have a particular challenge with finding image on Wikimedia Commons, because I know that there's so many images, but it's so hard to just get what you want. So what can help people search for the right image? Because I think as this campaign is ongoing, people will be looking for relevant images that align to the campaign goal to improve or to fill in some of the gap that we are asking them to. What will be the best way to find some of these images And also, what can we do best to help these images to be found? For instance, if I'm uploading an image on Commons, what are all the things that I need to do to ensure that this image will be found in the right place? Yeah, thank you.
All right. So first of all, you asked two questions. The first one is how to find the images. Then the second one is what are the best practices to follow while uploading to make sure that these images are found. So I'm going to answer the second question first. Then I will answer the first one. When you are uploading files on Wikimedia Commons, it is advisable to put them in a proper category. No, let me not talk about the category first. I will talk about the naming first. Please, if you are not talking Adimora, please mute yourself. Thank you. Yeah, all right. So I'll talk about the title of the image first. There's this particular uploader that whenever he's uploading file to Wikimedia Commons, I've seen files from that particular upload. I'm not going to call the name. You'll be seeing the file name to be a generic name. For example, if my photography name is King's Photography, for example, and that is the name on my camera, or let's say Nikon camera and all of that, you see that whenever I try to take a picture, the name that will be showing on all the images is Nikon. This is 001 date, day, and time. Even if you are using your phone camera, it speaks like that. So when uploading file to Wikimedia Commons, always avoid using that generic name from your camera, because once you use that generic name, nobody can find that particular file. I don't know if you're getting. So, for example, if I'm uploading a file about, I'm uploading a picture that talks about a combi dancer, but on my camera gave the particular image a title King's Photography 110. If I upload the file to Wikimedia Commons as King's Photography 110, of course, there's no file that has King's Photography 110 on Wikimedia Commons. Wikimedia Commons will allow me to upload that, but that particular image is all about a combi dancer. So when I upload it like that, anybody that search a combi dancer, as long as that file name is King's Photography 101 and there's no caption that talks about a combi dancer, there's no description that talks about the combi dancer, that particular image will be lost. That's number one. So when you are uploading your image, always put a title that is related to the content of that particular image, video, or whatever it is you are uploading. Then number two, it is the same thing that we are talking about, caption and description. Then number three, put it in a proper category. Your files will be easily found. So for example, if you are uploading images about goats from Nigeria, you captured you took an image of a goat in Nigeria, and you are uploading the image of that goat. Put that particular image in a category goats. Then put it in a deeper category goats from Africa. Then put it in a more deeper category goats from Nigeria. Now, what this will do is anybody that sees that particular image with a category goats, the person will know that, oh, this image is an image of a goat. Then if the person wants to know more, oh, I'm not just looking for goats, I'm looking for goats that are breeds from Africa. The person will go deeper and check goats from in Africa. And when the person check the category, the person will be able to see your image among the image that are in that particular category. And finally, if the person say, no, I'm not just looking for goats from Africa, I'm looking for breeds of goats from Zimbabwe, the person would go into a category that says goats from Zimbabwe. The person will see that particular picture in them. So putting whatever file you're uploading in a proper category can make your file to be easily seen. Having talked about this will now take me to the first question which you asked, talking about how to find file easily on Wikimedia Commons. Now, what people do and what people miss some of the time is when they are searching for a file on Wikimedia Commons, they forget that you don't just search and go and live like that. Wikimedia Commons will give you so many options. So, for example, let me search women in Africa. Women in Africa. If I want a picture about women in Africa, I can search this. Once I search this on Wikimedia Commons, Wikimedia Commons will give me so many options. And now, do you know the options Wikimedia Commons will give me? One of them is all the images that have women in them, they will come outside. All the images that have Africa in them, they will come outside. That is why you are seeing Ruby's image, African Wiki Women. You see, celebrates Africa women in Wikimedia events. The title of this image is not Women in Africa, but because there is women in this in the title of the image, and there's Africa in the title of the image, and there is in the title of the image, Wikimedia Commons will bring it out as some of the options. So here is options. You get see so many of them like that images. But then to narrow down this search, there is this part that other people do forget, and this is the part that talks about categories and pages. You see this part that talks about categories and pages, it has more information than this image part that you are seeing. You see this part is limited, it will give you some, then you wait for it to load. You will not even see exactly what you are looking for here. Now you can see I'm seeing illustrations, graphs, and all of that here. But if I'm looking for women in Africa, I have to go to these categories and pages and look for look at this category, women in Africa. You can see, right? I just pick a random category. I never knew that this category is existing before. This category is existing, but the only problem here now is the category has not been populated. 0 members, 0 subcategories, 0 files. So if you check here, there's nothing in this category. Now you guys are working on Visible Women. Let me check the name again. Sorry, I keep forgetting. African Wiki Women, Visible Wiki Women campaign. Now, if you are working on Visible Wiki Women campaign, you can also work on adding this category to some of the files, like put them in the proper category so that whenever anybody is searching for them, just imagine this category is populated. Just imagine this category is populated, which is this is an empty category. If I come here, I can see women in Africa in these categories. Okay. I think I'm coming. Of course, they changed the category name. This is the main category now. You see, I searched for women in Africa, and it brought me to a larger category, women in Africa. Now, in this particular category, I have so many options. Women in Guinea, women of Guinea, women of Guinea-Bissau, women of Ivory Coast, women of Kenya. Now, let me open women of Kenya, for example. If I open women of Kenya, this particular category will contain images about women that are from Kenya. You see, right? Only women from Kenya. So whenever you are making a search, if you use that first part, which is just the image part, you search, Wikimedia Commons will give you generic images, pick images that have a woman in them, pick images that have Africa in them, pick images that have in them, and bring Wikimedia Commons to bring them together. You have a whole lot of images mixed up that are not related to what you are looking for. But the proper way to search is going through category. So when you come to category, you can see I'm in category women in Kenya. So if I'm part of the people working on this particular campaign, adding description and all of that, I might choose not to even go to the list provided. I can just come to this is what we used to do then. We used to do campaign, editathon, and all of that, doing contests. I'll just come, go to category, search, then I will have this full category to myself. This particular category, women in Kenya, has 306 images in this category. But guess what? There are other categories under these subcategories that does not have the main women in Kenya category in them. So these are subcategories. You can see women at beach in Kenya, women at work in Kenya, women with earrings in Kenya, and so many of them. So this is a very large category. Yeah, you can see country of Africa, Algeria. So once I click on this, it will take me to women in Algeria. I think I should just drop this link on the chat for everybody to have access to it. So the more I click, the more women I see from different parts of Africa and all of that. So the best way to search for an image is going through, or whatever file you're looking for is going through a category. And somebody is asking in the chat that our question is, okay, my question is, are files typically indexed by location? How can we identify where the files are coming from? Yeah, when you are searching for file, so what's the easiest way to know where this file is coming from is by checking the category. Like this woman in let me open one image from here so that you understand what I'm saying. So if I open picture of a woman, let me open this particular picture. Okay, you can see people of Algeria in the 1890s. Automatically, I know that this particular woman in this picture, number one, this person is from Algeria. Number two, this person was not in this our 20 in the 20th century. This person did not live in the 1990s or 1980s or the 2000. I know this person was on earth around the 80s, 1890s. So you can see this person is from Algeria, and this person walked through the surface of the earth in 1890s. So by checking through the category, you can see where this image is coming from. And of course, there are some people that upload images with and the metadata will be showing some of the things, the location where the image was taken, and there are some persons that add a location to their image. So these are some of the things you can check. Check the name, check the category it belongs to. You'll be able to understand where the image is coming from. I am seeing so many this in on the chat. Okay. All right. So this is Ariat, I don't know if I have answered your question because I think time is going already, and I have to use some of the examples on the meta page to show you how
Yes.
to add categories.
Yes, I was just trying to guide your direction to that. I said we are focusing on photos of women in the Visible Wiki Women category. They have a category on Commons, and we are updating those photos in that category. That's why I was telling you.
Yeah, so this is it. I had access to this before. So we'll be picking a random file from here, and we'll be adding category to it. Sorry, I said category. We'll be adding caption and description to them. So which one should I work on? Let me work on this third one. If I choose to work on this third image, sorry, I'm coming. Okay. If I choose to work on this third image, and let me bring it here. Let me bring it here. So yeah, this is the image. This is the image, and women of Espirito Santo. Yeah. So this is it. This is a picture of sorry, I'm coming. Mm. So yeah, this is it. So this is this particular woman, and what is her name? This media file is telling us that the name of this person is Joseni Valim. Oh, I can't pronounce the name, but then this is the name. Now, when I went through the category provided, Visible Wiki Women, I noticed that no much detail about the images were provided. But then we can look through them. So this image was not first of all uploaded on wow. Now the name showing on this is different. So this is a I'm trying to see which is the name and which is not. So there's a link attached to it to the source. So we can check the source to see what the source said about this particular image. Then from there we can Okay. So source said that this is the name of the person picture. I have to check another image to confirm that the general image I'm seeing, the general name I'm seeing, that's that photo is not the name of the person that took the photo, but rather the name. Wow. Okay. I've seen what I'm looking for. So this is it. This is the name of the person. This is the name. And if you see this, this is the name of the author of the photo. All these pictures were imported from um, they were not automatically uploaded to Wikimedia Commons. They were imported from this particular source. So that is why you are seeing this name here, photo. This is the name of the person that actually puts the username of the person on this page. What you are seeing here. This is it. So it took it, and there's no comment about this particular picture. That we don't know who the person is, but from the name here, which is the one at the top here, let's see if this is the name of the person, because this is not written in this. Search for it online and see if this person exists. So once I search for this, let's see, can Google translate this for me to English?
Or you should click on images to see if it will bring her images.
Yeah, I'm coming. So let's check this first. I'm not okay. Peggy, hi. Your hand is raised. Feel free to unmute yourself, Peggy.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, thank you. So I had one suggestion, like, how about we copy the whole description probably and like translate it to English. Probably we can have something clear. The whole
Yeah, so
can you go back to the picture? Sorry.
yeah, I
Yeah,
think
the
I
file
get
name.
what you are saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
copy
Okay.
the file name. Thank you very much, Peggy. So
Yes.
I think we should do this. This will work too. But then, in as much as we are copying the file, what I want to do from the other side was I want to actually check about the person, know who the person is. Then from there we can get detail about the person, know what the person do. Okay, act in defense of the SUS Brazilian Public Health Council President Health Committee Joseni Valim de this is the person's name, the last one actually. So we've searched for the name. Let's see what our link says about the name. Mm, What is this? What is this? This is not translating to I want this to translate to English so that I can see what was written about this person. Maybe we can just get a brief oh, so that we can just get a brief description or maybe a brief detail about who the person is, what the person does. With that, we can know how to. All right, this is telling us that all these things. I hate pages with so much adverts. So this page is telling us that she holds a degree in arts education from the Federal University of Espírito Santo in 1982. Information collected, blah blah blah. Mm. So this is not giving me the full detail of what I need, but then with this kind of okay. Hmm. I'm trying to look for something, but then it's not coming. Let's try another image. This is another person. Ethel. Let's try Ethel. So let's check this. Or we can still check her images and see to see. Is she the same person? Yeah, this is the same person. And sorry, this will be a bit technical, but then I want to get while we are waiting for that, let me search for Ethel. Yep. So this will be very sweet. Let's work with Ethel, please. We'll work with Ethel, and I'll view this on commons. Sorry, we are working with Ethel, and I'll do this very fast. So this is it. This is her, and this is her on Wikipedia. You see, this will be very simple. This will be our perfect example. Now, what I want us to do here is so for the caption now, I can say one line explanation, right? What is this picture all about? Caption, a one line explanation. This is a portrait of. So I'm going to click on edit here. You see, for the caption, please pay attention. For the caption, if you want to add caption, you click on edit. This edit that you're seeing right here, click on it. Then you can add your caption in any language that you want. So you can say, I have English, I have Hausa, I have Igbo, I have Igala, I have Portuguese. If I'm looking for Swahili, I can click on add caption, click on this, then type Swahili here. Do I have Swahili? No, I don't have Swahili. So let me just pick this language. This is the language I'm looking for. Then I'll write in this language if I have this language. And of course, let me show you one sweet thing. We have a caption in Portuguese already. So let's translate this caption to English. If you have a caption already, of course, just translate the caption to um, uh, Legislative Assembly of Espírito Santo. I don't like this particular caption. So, but then if I'm to add a caption to this image on in English, I can just say this is a portrait of this is a portrait of, then what is her name? This is her name. So I can just do this, then publish this. But there is a particular caption. There is a caption in Portuguese already. So you can just feel free to translate the caption to the language you want to. Sorry, my portrait is not correct. Yeah, this is it. So you can just feel free to translate to the language you want to. Then once you are done, you publish. But then I feel this English English caption explains better what the image is all about better than the Portuguese caption. So once you are done, you can click on publish changes, and this is done. Then coming to the description now, this is where we need this Wikipedia article. So, we're saying that we said this portrait is about Ethel, it's about this person, Ethel. So now, what we need in the description now is we say this is a portrait of Ethel Leonor. So who is she? That is what this particular part we'll talk about now. So remember when I was talking about description, I talk about what, where, when, and who. So we can talk about so I think we can remove this Portuguese caption, because the Portuguese caption is telling us that it's telling us about the author. That is where this image was gotten from. So the author of this image, you can see, if you see the author here, and if you see the Portuguese caption, they are the same thing. So this is the author. So, but then if we want to add a description, remember I talked about who, when, what, and why. So now this is an image of a person, which is what we are going to be working with basically for this particular campaign. So you should pay more attention to the who who is in this image. So when you pay attention to the who is in this image now, this will bring you to the points where you have to look for the person's detail, who the person is, get a brief summary about the person. So I can just come here and say, Eteleno is a Brazilian PhD, say, epidemiologist, nurse, professor, chairperson of the, you know, tuberculosis research network from World Health Organization. She is a research infectious, okay, she's a researcher in infectious disease with a special focus on tuberculosis from 2023 to 2025. She was Secretary of Health Surveillance and Environment and Internal Secretary of Brazil Ministry of Health. Now, this is it. I will copy this. This is just a brief summary of who Ethel is. So I can copy this, come to this place and put it as my description. So for us to work on the description, I click on edit in front of summary. And this is where it's very critical. Please pay attention. This is we are using source edit here. So if you are not familiar with source edit, you won't be able to do this. So I'm going to paste my text. This is what we are using for source edit. Here you see inside the place I've highlighted. Let me make my screen very bold so that you can see very well. I'm coming. Sorry. Yeah. So you see this part that I've highlighted. You can see so many things here. First of all, you see two curly brackets open. Then you see a line. You see one before the text. Then the other curly brackets close to. So this part is where you put your text. So I'm going to put what I copied from the wiki page that talks just a little summary about her. I'm going to put it here. Then you see this EN that you are seeing. This is a template for this text. So this is a template. So you are not supposed to remove anything, especially this. Don't remove this. Don't remove EN. Don't remove this. Even down to the equal to. Don't remove all this. And don't change all this. But you can change this. Sorry. Yeah, you can change from this part. The text between equal to and the two curly brackets close, you can change them. That is if you are writing in English. But if you are writing in another language, let's say, for example, you are writing in French, you can change this EN to FR. So the EN is the language code for English. So that's why you're seeing EN. So if you are doing your caption description in another language, just change it to the language code of that particular language and you are good to go. So I'm writing this in English, so I'm going to put this here. Let's see. I'm going to remove our date of birth. Let me remove this. Then I'll say Eteleno. Okay, is a Brazilian PhD. Awesome. You can see that now I have some detail about her and all of that. But then how will I make people that want to read more about her to know where to go and get this information? So this is where I will bring this page, this wiki page that I took this information from. I can copy this and link it with this. So I'll just tag it to her name. Once I do this, okay. Yep. Let's see what we have. Awesome. So you see this now. Once I'm done with this, once I do this, then I publish. I can add edit summary, added the description as my edit summary, added a description as my edit summary. Then come here, click on publish. Sorry, you can show preview before you publish, but then I'm used to it already, so that's why I went to publish straight. You can see we have a description already. So anybody that comes to this file, who is this person? The person can say, oh, this is this person. Look at the picture. Who is she? This is a portrait of Eteleno, Leonor. So, oh, who is Eteleno? The person can come and say, come to the description, then the person will understand that she's a Brazilian PhD, is a Brazilian PhD nurse, professor, and a chairperson for the Tuberculosis Research Network from World Health Organization. So if I want to add more links to this particular description to make sure that everything is well written, I can add links to this to tell people what a nurse is, a professor, and I can even add links to research person from World Health Organization and what she's working on. So all these things that need links, I can add them. But the main link which is supposed to be here is a link that talks about her, which is this. So I've added the Wikipedia link already. So anybody that comes to this particular place and reads about and check the description and see, oh, this is Eteleno, and they want to read more about her, the person can just click this link, and this page will move to her Wikipedia page, which is here, and the person can read more about her. So when you are adding description, search about the person, get relevant pages that talk about the person, and take just a brief summary of who the person is. And if you want to write a full article of who the person is, of course, why not write it? But I'll suggest a brief summary there with links that can take you to where, take others to where the detail of the person is to read, because it's a person. But if it's an image that talks about it is a particular image that you will not have a link to it. Maybe, for example, like I said before, the person trying to describe an audio that he created. For that particular audio, there is no link attached to it. So for that kind of case, you can write as much as you want to explain what you are trying to show the world. This is what this is what this is. This is what this is. You write a whole lot about it. But for this particular one, you have links that you can link to it. So why not write a brief summary about the person, then attach link where people can read more. So if you see this now, we have a caption already. This is a portrait of Eteliono, and go to description. Once you read that first caption, you'll now be wondering, who is this Etel? So once you read the caption, you'll be wondering who Etel is. Then in the description, you can read that she's a Brazilian that she has a Brazilian PhD. She's a nurse. She's a professor. She's a chairperson for the Tuberculosis Research Network from World Health Organization, and you can you can read that she's a researcher in infectious disease with a special focus on tuberculosis from 2023 to 2025. You can see what she has done and all of that. This is just a brief summary about her. Then you can click to read more. So, and of course, this description, you can put it in any other language apart from English. So all you just have to do is, if you want to put it in another language, you see that I'm trying to edit, but my internet is slow. So just give me a little time. You see that part where I was showing you EN line curly bracket the other time. All you just have to do is just to copy the same thing, then change the EN, that language code, to your own language code. Once you are done, wow. All right. So this is it. So if I want to, okay. So if I want to add a caption in another language, so I will add this first. Then let's say I'm trying to add in French. I will add French. Then I will add this. I will then put one equal to, then you see the same thing that is here, right? The same thing that is here about Etel. I'm going to write it in French. You understand, right? So I'm going to copy the main text here, which is from her name, all these, translate it, write it in French. That is, please don't write description if you are not in French, if you don't know how to speak French, if you don't understand French. You can write description in the languages that you understand alone. Then I will change this to French. Once I change it to French, I'm not going to publish this, but then let me give you an example. So this is French. Sorry, I'm coming. Yeah, change this to, yeah. So I'm going to paste here. Then, all right. So come back here. Then I'm going to paste this here. then I can copy this. Do we have Ethel in French Wikipedia? If we have an article on French Wikipedia, I can just change this to FR. Let's see. Awesome. So now you can see that for the English, we have an article on English Wikipedia. Then for the French, we have her article on French Wikipedia linked. So with that, we are good to go. You can add in any other language that you know how to speak and all of that. Once you are done, you click on show preview. Of course, we are seeing the preview here already. If you are not using my view, where you'll be seeing both the source and the preview on the same screen, you can click on show preview. Once you are done, you can click on publish. So yeah, that's all. And I will be stopping at this point to take our final question before I hand over the mic back to the host for tonight. Thank you very much. So let's have your questions.
I think I'll go first while we wait for other questions either in the chat or you can raise your hands if you have questions. I wanted to ask, the way you translated this sample, right? Are we going to leave it like that? Both English and the French translated description, are they going to remain like that or we're going to delete one of them?
All right. So you can add description in as many languages as possible. Now, this is the thing. We are not adding this description for only people that speak English or French. We are adding this description for everybody. So if you see an English description there and you speak French, add the French on there. If you see English, French, Portuguese, and you speak Arabic, you know that Arabic, you notice that Arabic is missing, add the Arabic on that. We can have a description in many languages as much as we have put them under this. Because we have French does not mean we should delete English. Because we have English does not mean we should delete French. All language description are welcomed under. But then, like I said before, if you don't speak any of these languages, please don't translate and put it there to avoid misinformation. So you put authentic information here. The language, you must be able to, you must understand the language. You must have a knowledge of the language to know whether what you are putting is correct so that you not put wrong information here. So if you speak Igbo and you want to translate this to Igbo, why not go on, add your description in Igbo, right? If it's only English you speak, go on, add your description in English. So for the fact that we have English does not mean French should not be there. You can add all of them, add as many languages that are supposed to be there under it. I don't know if that answers your question, Harriet.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very
All
much.
right.
It does. Do we have any other questions, please? Okay, while we wait for more questions, right? Must the description be this long? Can we have just like one short, like if I wanted to shorten this, can I say this person is a Brazilian professor of Nigerian professor of so course in the University of blah blah blah. And that's all.
Yeah. So the goal here is to know who the person is and what the person do. So my description can be 3 line. Yours can be 2 line. And that person's description can be 10 line. It depends on what you want to write and how you can pass the uh, information you want to pass that everybody will understand. If you remember what we did here, let me go back. This, okay. Yeah, I'm still sharing my screen. So this particular place, what we talked about description is we talked about detailed explanation. We talked about the detailed explanation of the content. So what no, whatever if it is 3 line that can give us a detailed explanation, if it is 2 line that you can use to give us a detailed explanation of what the person who the person is and what the person do, go ahead. It does not mean that your description must be longer than my own or must be shorter than my own. As long as you are passing a detailed explanation of the context of the file, then it's fine. So there's no rule that the description must be 10 lines. There's no rule that the description must be at least 3 lines or at least 5 lines. Whatever you can write to give us detailed explanation is cool for the description. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Do we have any more questions, please? You can unmute to speak, you can drop it in a chat, or do we all understand what we're doing here? Kindly raise your hands if you have questions. Or maybe you should ask us questions and let me call someone randomly to answer that question, since everybody understands what you have been talking about so far.
All right. I think everybody's clear. I don't know. Most of the time I do training like this, I hardly get questions from people, and sometimes make me feel like am I this good? Am I this a good teacher that everybody understand very well and all? Okay, I will ask a question. So what should I ask? What should I ask? Um, okay. Who can tell us the difference between a caption and a description? Maybe that'll be very easy to say. And let's see. Difference between caption and description.
I think that's quite technical. The difference between a caption and a description, right?
Or let's say the similarities, different
Okay.
similarities, whichever one you can answer.
Anyone? What do I call names?
I'm seeing I don't want to call anybody, but I'm seeing people that started with us that are here and
Please call names. We just want to understand that we are on the same page. You understand everything that's being taught here so that we can, start contributing. And
yeah,
after now, we'll be showcasing the criteria for participation, and there are prizes to be won. I think this is very easy. It's easy to describe. It's just to, visit their Wikipedia pages and then take the
yeah.
important information about them, and then come to Wiki Commons, and then you can do your job. So that question, Ramalan has her hands raised. Please unmute
Okay.
the mic to speak. Thank you.
Okay. Good evening, all. A caption is just a line description of the image, while description tells you about who, what, where, and more detail about the image. I don't know if this answered the question.
Yeah, very correct. Short and brief, and that is the correct answer. Caption, a one-line explanation of the image. Description, a detailed explanation telling you what, when, where, and who is in the image. Yeah, thank you very much, Ramalan.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Beautiful. Okay. Thank you.
yeah, Amarachi is answering the same question in the chat. Yeah,
Okay,
thank you,
thank you,
Amarachi.
Amarachi. Okay, so thank you. I think at this moment, let's clap for our trainer. Let's cheer him on and appreciate him with best emojis for giving a wonderful lecture. Thank you very much, Mr. Ogali Hilary. Looking forward to more engagement with you. So,
Yeah, thank you very much, and it's a pleasure to be here. Yeah.
okay, thank you, thank you. So this campaign is going to last for, I think, a month or two. And let's now welcome Semau Sugri Seidu from Ghana to take us through the meta page and what we're going to be expecting, and more details about the campaign. Thank you, and please welcome Semau. Semau, you have the floor.
Yes, yes, I'm here.
Semau,
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, please, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Hello.
Yes, you are. Yeah, I can
Okay.
hear you now.
So, like Ariel said, my name is Emma Osuguri Seidu, and I'm from Ghana, and also part of the campaign and partnership team. And for this campaign, the Visible Wiki Women campaign, it's a campaign designed to improve. I think all of this was said already, but I have to give additional information about the campaign. So this campaign is going to be lasting for a month. It's launched today, and you can start editing today. You can start describing the photos, adding the captions, and it will be ending next month on the 3rd. That's the campaign has started today, 6th November, and it will end on 3rd December 2025. So now let's just go to the event meta page so I can brush us through the criteria for scoring. So if that's fine, I'll share my screen. Okay. Please, can you see my screen?
Not yet. It's coming up.
Okay. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, it is. It's up now.
Okay. So far we have 76 participants who have registered for this event. If you haven't registered yet, you can visit the Meta page to register for the campaign. And with this campaign, we have different things we'll be doing. Today's was to just launch it and then have a Wiki Commons training. But aside the working on Wiki Commons, we'll be dealing with Wikidata as well. So for this campaign, what you are expected to do is to either describe photos on Commons as you can see here, and there's a list which will be expanded as the number of items or photos we have here isn't that much. It will be increased so we all can have access to describe the photos. Also, we have another list which is to translate the description. Some of those photos on Commons already have description, so you can translate to your local dialect. And also, there are other photos on Commons under the Visible Wiki Women category who don't have Wikidata items. The women in those photos don't have Wikidata items, so you'll be required to create Wikidata items for them with their photos. And also, some of those photos, the women in those photos already have Wikidata items, but then their items need to be improved. So now let's go back to the criteria for scoring. What do you need to do to score what points or to get what financial benefits? So for the, you have to perform any of these tasks. So let's say you improve 10 image descriptions. You go to this list of photos on to describe, then you select 5 of the images there and describe them. Okay, let me take that again. So the first one is improve 10 image descriptions. So list of photos on Commons to describe. The trainer took us through how to describe photos. So you do that for 10 images. Then your score is 5 USD. Also, you can, for only the 10 images you've described, then also you can translate 10 image descriptions into local language. For instance, let me open some of them so you can have a look. Okay, so these photos have descriptions on them already. Let me open this. So with this photo, the lady in the photo is Aluel Atem, and for her photo, there's a description. She's a South Sudanese feminist, and this picture was taken during, so you can translate this description. And when you do the translation for 10 images, 10 image description, then you get 5 USDT. And also you can create 5 new items on Wikidata for that, for some of those photos. This one specifically, list of photos on commons to create Wikidata items for. So when you pick any of these, 5 of them, and you create new Wikidata items for them, complete label with descriptions, and you add at least 3 statements and images, you get 5 USDT. Also, with those that already have Wikidata items as here, you improve their items by adding at least 3 missing statements. So these people already have Wikidata items, but you can improve those existing items by adding at least 3 missing statements. So when you add at least 3 missing statements to 5 existing Wikidata items, you get 5 USDT. Also, you can translate 5 items label, and these subsequent ones I mentioned are under the Wikidata category of this particular campaign. The first I mentioned was under the Wiki Commons. So with creating new items, that's on Wikidata. Improving 5 existing Wikidata items, that's also on Wikidata. Translate 5 item labels into local language, that's also on Wikidata. So with this, when you come here, you find that there's a name of the woman in that photo, then that person's Wikidata item for you to improve, and the photo on common, so you can have a view of the description and other information on the photo, so you can improve the Wikidata item, right? And also you can add metadata to 10 images. And metadata is about a description about the image, not who is on the image, but then other information. So when you add metadata to 10 images, you also get 5 USDT. But then you don't add, let's say, a metadata to 5 images, then you jump to translate 3 items labels into local languages, then you move on to improve 1 existing Wikidata items. No, you have to, when you are doing this, you have to complete it. And when you are translating 5 items, you have to complete that as well. So you perform any of these tasks as listed here, any of them. If you choose to add metadata, you are adding to 10 images, and that will win you the 5 USDT. I hope I'm clear. Hello?
Yes, you are
Please,
clear.
can someone hear?
Yes.
So that's it. And the timeline, it started today and it will end on 3rd December 2025. We have an outreach dashboard. After you've registered, you'll be able to join the dashboard so we can track your edits. But then a form will be created so that you can fill that one to record your edits. That isn't ready yet, but currently the event outreach dashboard is ready. So after you've registered, it's in the registration listing, so you could have had access to it. If you haven't joined, you can still go back to join, so it will lead you to the event dashboard so we can track your edits. Yes, so that's just it for now. Subsequently, today's training was on Wikimedia Commons, how to add descriptions. Subsequently, there'll be a Wikidata item training, I believe, so that those who don't know how to go about that can also have the required knowledge to perform some of these tasks, like creating items, improving existing items, and translating. Yes. So basically, that's what you are required to do in this campaign. And the overall objectives of this campaign, why you are doing what we are saying you should do, is to improve descriptions for the photos in the VisibleWikiWomen category on Wikimedia Commons. and to enhance their Wikidata items. And all of this would strengthen women's visibility across Wikimedia projects in the world, right? And I hope all of us would like to participate in this. As you've registered, please try your best to contribute. Yes. And if you haven't joined the dashboard yet, do that. And if you are not on the Africa Wiki Women group, please reach out to, if someone could drop the link to the group in the chat, so those who
Yes.
aren't in the can join.
Thank you. I just
Because
I
I think
just
something
did
will
that.
come
I
in.
just dropped the link to our WhatsApp group. So if you want to join the community and ask questions and stay engaged, please join our WhatsApp community. It's in the chat. You can do that. And I would like to urge everyone to please follow our social media handles. They are there in the chat as well. Kindly follow us. We need your followership. We'll
Okay, please,
follow
I have a
back.
question.
What? Who's speaking?
Can I, yes, can I ask a question?
Okay, yes, please. Please ask.
Okay, I didn't actually, due to network, I didn't actually get the part of the contributing criteria. This campaign score and guide. I'm saying improve 10 images, description $5, translate 10 image, description $5. Why I'm confused is that I actually saw a similar campaign like this that I participated in. I did only 10 edits. Later after I came and had the highest contributor. So I wanted to find out whether it is the same thing here. Is there any limit to how many I can edit? And if I edit up to 100, like 100 images, if so, I'm giving, for example, Shagett. So what's just guide me on
Okay,
the
okay. I
interpretation
think
for
I
this.
get your question now. So according to the meta page, right, the criteria on the meta page says that if you contribute a certain number of if you made a certain number of contributions from the topic list, right? You'll be gifted or you'll be given a certain amount of money. So that's it. If you meet that criteria, that's what you'll be paid for. Even if you do extra, you're helping us, but then you'll be rewarded for the exact number we have said we're going to be gifting. This is just to enable everyone share in the, let me say, it's a national cake. So if you meet the criteria of one, if you meet one criteria, you'll be given the reimbursement, right? So even if you do more, we will appreciate your efforts, but that doesn't mean we will add to your the amount we're going to be paying. So everyone can benefit from it. I hope that answers your question.
Explicitly, thank you.
Thank you very much. So please, I'd like to urge everyone to uh, follow our social media handles. We have this number. We are excited to have you, to see you, and for you to participate in this event, right? And I look forward to seeing you all in
Can we do the
subsequent
photo
events.
shoot before?
Can you please, what?
Can we do a photo shoot before we leave?
No, we're not going yet. I just wanted to
Hey, I thought you were going to
rounding
say
off.
goodbye. Sorry.
I'm not yet done. I'm not quite done. I'm still trying to tell everyone to please let's spare like 5 minutes or 3 minutes to go and follow our social media handles. Please, they're in the chat and you can just, it's in a click. Just click like and then come back. Click on the second one, like, and come back. Please, would like you to do that for us. Thank you. I'm waiting. Once you're done, can you just please signify that you're done? Just click on the Facebook link. It's in the chat. You go there. It will take you directly to our Facebook page. You just like and then come back. Subscribe, like, subscribe, and come back. Then you click on the Twitter, on the X handle. Please like and subscribe, then come back. And then LinkedIn, you like, subscribe, and come back. And then the Instagram, you like, subscribe, and come back. And the last one is you can go on Spotify. You can go on TikTok. If you don't have these apps, no problem. You can just make do with the ones you have. Can you please signify when you're done? We'd like to spare like 3 to 5 minutes for this. The links are in the chat, and you can please do that for us. We love you and appreciate your time. So we're spending 3 to 5 minutes for that, and we are still within time. Kindly do that for us. The links are in the chat. If you need me to paste it again, I can do that. Just ask, but I am sure you can see it and access it. Okay, someone's asking if I can share it again. Okay, no, this is coming. Let me share this again. Done. I've pasted it again. Can anyone please just say I'm done or I've done that or something just to tell us that you have done that. It's quite easy. It's not so hard. Please just click on each link, like and subscribe, then come back. Are we good? Are we still here? Hello?
Yes, we're still here. I think there's a problem with the second link you
Yes.
dropped.
The second link. Oh, the one
Yeah,
I
the
sent
second
the
batch.
second time.
Yeah, the second batch. I think there's a problem with it. The first
Yeah, it's
one
not
is
clickable,
okay.
right? Oh.
Yes. The first one is good though.
But you can access the first one, right?
Yes. I've gone to click them.
Okay. So which ones have you followed us on? Can you kindly just show a sign that you are following us now? Please, we follow back. If you want us to do that, we'll do that. But please follow us. We need your followership, we need your engagements, we need your contributions in our discussions and all of that. It will help us grow as a community. So please do that for us, and we really appreciate it. Do I need to call names? Celine,
I
hi.
just followed. I
Thank
just
you.
followed, but I didn't get a follow back.
I will definitely. We'll check. You know, it's
Okay.
because I'm still trying to monitor this here. And so once we get
Okay.
your we'll definitely get updates and,
All
notifications.
right.
Once we get your notifications of your followership, we'll follow back.
Yes. All right. Please try to follow back old
Of course.
followers too.
Of
All
course.
right.
We'll
All
get
right.
notifications. We'll see you. We'll see you. You know how it works. We'll get
Yeah.
notifications and we'll follow back, of course,
All
definitely.
right. That's great. That's great. Thank you.
Okay. So, how many people are following already? Miracle Adimora, are you following us? Celine Guala, have you started following us? We'll appreciate it to go around on Facebook, on X, on LinkedIn, on Instagram. So you see our posts and you can engage with us. Sometimes we, do give away. So Tola Achabi, are you following us? Charity Ogali, Vivian
Yes,
Sar,
I follow.
thank you. We'll appreciate it. Elaine Marie, Ella Marie, are you following us? I know Mugisha, Brenda, Laminu Hiba, Helen Okelo, Ramalan, Safia Muhammad. Thanks for being here. Are you following us? Rukaya Muhammad, Louis Alphonse, MSC Habweni Mana, Simeon, Damilare Badeniwa, Ngozi Osuchukwu. I'm loving these names. Are you following us? Okay, so please try to join our WhatsApp group, and you can also find the links there to follow us and to be a part of the conversations. We'll really appreciate your contributions and everything. And sometimes we just highlight you to showcase your work and all of that. We support ourselves. This is what we should do. So thank you for those who are following us. You can still get to do that. You can be following on WhatsApp. WhatsApp does not need followership. You can follow on other social media handles, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and other social media platforms and Spotify. But you can be in our WhatsApp community, and then you'll see the links. You still get to see the links in the WhatsApp group, so you can follow at your own pace. So thank you very much. And before we go, I'd like us to, if we're comfortable with it, we can open our cameras to take wiki selfies. Let me stop recording.